Hi guys, it's reaction time. We've got Geoff Tate and Power. Well man, this sort of came out of nowhere, hasn't it? And also Operation Mindcrime Free. It's been announced. It's coming out. Of course, anyone who watches the channel know I'm a massive, an absolutely huge Queensryche fan. When I was growing up, at times, probably my favourite band, even now, one of my favourite bands. And of course, Geoff Tate has so much to do with that. Rage for Order could be my favourite album of all time. I don't know. That's my favourite of the Geoff Tate era, for sure. And obviously Operation Mindcrime was amazing as well. There was a lot of amazing albums. And I'm also, and please don't turn off Geoff Tate fans, I'm a Queensryche fan. I'm a massive Queensryche fan now with Todd La Torre. And you know what? It was really refreshing to see the other day. You know, you see a lot of things on social media, don't you? I've seen a lot of hate for Todd La Torre. I've met Todd, went to see him live. After the show, he met up with me and my wife spent some time with the band. It was one of the best nights I've ever had. It was amazing. I love Todd. I've interviewed Todd, and I like both sides of the band, with Geoff and with Todd. This shouldn't be controversial, but that part when, you know, Queensryche definitely went downhill. You can argue the fact if you want, but they went downhill. You know, I think Promised Land was probably, even though I wasn't as into that as I was as Empire, I think the cracks were starting to show, and then there was a spate of albums, in my opinion, that were bad, including Operation Mindcrime 2. So we got Operation Mindcrime 3. I am concerned about this album. But I tell you what was really refreshing the other day, hearing Geoff Tate being interviewed. They went to see Queensryche with Todd, and him saying that Todd's a great vocalist and a great frontman and a great singer. And that's more than what some fans say, Queensryche fans say, of Todd La Torre. There shouldn't be any hate to anyone, should there? There really shouldn't. But I am concerned about this song because I want it to really be good. I want the album Operation Mindcrime 3 to be fantastic. That's what I want. I want Geoff Tate, for me, was one of the Mount Rushmore of singers when I was growing up, for sure. Along with Ronnie James Dio, maybe David Coverdale, Geoff Tate, and maybe Bruce Dickinson at the time. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? Because there's so many. Maybe Midnight. Oh, for Crimson Glory. I don't know. But when, you know, you're talking, he was, and still is, has got a great voice. Now, I think Geoff Tate's voice has improved as well from what it was a few years ago, watching live performances, you know, online. And I think lately, he definitely lowers the, you know, they're definitely going down a key change. But no wonder. I mean, man, when you get older, a vocalist, and you know, one of the hardest jobs, I always said, you know, along with Journey, Crimson Glory is one of them, and Queensryche is another. What a hard gig to get, to sing those songs. It must destroy your voice because they're so fucking good. Anyway, so in the band is Geoff Tate, of course, on vocals, is Rich Bauer on drums, John Moyer on bass, on guitar, Dario Parente and Amaury Altmeyer, and on Simpson strings it's Geoff and Kieran Robertson. So really, really interested to hear it. Also very concerned. But I'm not one of these haters. I want it to be good. If it's not good, I'll say it ain't good. If it's great, I'll say it's great. Whatever it is, I'll say what I think. But I can't tell you enough that I want this to be good. I'm just, come on. Anyway, here we go. This is Power by Geoff Tate. Here we go.
in my mind. Ooh, that doesn't seem to be enlightened. Remember when you called this place a home? We left it up to them and it's all gone. But baby, now that you can't find your home, you'll trust that I will not leave you alone. We speak the word, power. The word is whatever the fuck I want it to be. We speak the word, power. The word is power. We could still save the world. We can make them regret everything they've done. Let's find our sanity. Let's scream it from the rooftops. The answer is, it's me. We speak the word, power. The word is whatever the fuck I want it to be. We speak the word, power. The word.
I'm a bit of a mixed bag. I actually quite like it. I think it's better than what I thought it would be. And that's going on, of course, of Queensryche's and Geoff Tate's stuff, you know, before, until he left the band. It's got some really good elements to this song. I really like that sort of almost reminds me a little bit of some of the Operation Mindcrime album. And I understand that because it's a concept album that's carrying on the story. So, you know, almost like that, I think it's synths, but a guitar, maybe at the same time, that sort of tune that's going over the, you know, that melody that's going from the beginning almost reminds me a little bit of stuff out of Operation Mindcrime. Obviously, lyrically as well, saying "speak the word," it reminds, so it's harking back, which is cool because it should be linked. It shouldn't be a separate thing. I think Geoff sounds great. I think, you know, he's in that range, in that lower range where he's comfortable and he still sounds great. You know, I think it's a good idea not to, he hasn't at the moment, but gone in at that really high stratosphere, because what you want to do, you want to be able to sing this stuff live as well. So, you know, there's nothing worse than hearing a singer go as high as they can and then you don't replicate it live and everyone's picking holes in that. So why not stay in your range? And I think Geoff, he's still obviously got the tone that he's always had. And I think he sounds good in that range for sure. I'm not too keen on those little sort of almost like those effects that are following this second verse. I think there's like another vocal. It sounds weird, but I just didn't like it. I don't think it needed it. I think there's enough in this song. It's busy enough not to have that little thing in there. I quite like the chorus. I think the chorus is quite cool. It's quite progressive, the way it's almost stop-start. And it's quite catchy as well. You know, I was already, after the first verse, I knew what was coming in the second verse. So it's quite a melodic song. If you remember way back when Queensryche first brought out Operation Mindcrime, probably took you a while to get hooked onto some of those songs. Is it up to the standard of Operation Mindcrime, the original? No. Is it better than most of the things on 2? Yeah. So it's still, I think it's definitely better than what I thought it would be. And it makes me excited to what we're going to hear. You know, there's such a fucking standard as well we expect, especially from Geoff Tate and Queensryche. They are, you know, so, especially my, you know, musical upbringing, massive part of my life. And they always will be, you know. Like I said, when songs come on from the Geoff Tate period now, I just turn it up. I never can get enough of it. And I'm the same with the new band as well. I am one of them weirdos, I'm afraid. But as a song, I think it's a good start to the album. Is it blowing me away? No. Am I thinking it's terrible? No. That's good, isn't it? Here we go for the rest. Yeah, man, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Like the solo, that really did sound classic Operation Mindcrime for me. You know, that the way the twin lead was coming in and out, great, absolutely fantastic. Not a bad start at all, in my opinion. I think, you know, you can go the opposite way with Geoff Tate. It's weird, isn't it? It's like I said about how much grief Queensryche get now because Geoff Tate ain't in the band or Chris DeGarmo ain't in the band. Geoff Tate will also take a lot of grief because of that period where, in my opinion, you know, the music was not great. So people will judge that. So I'm always one to give anyone a chance. I think they weren't bad at all. Geoff Tate, Power. Guys, let me know. I know it's not nothing like the original. What album is? That's a hard one to beat. What do you think of that song, though? Subjectively, what do you think? Let me know, guys. You Geoff Tate fans, you Queensryche fans, let me know in the comments below. See you soon.